Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing a order from Bead Box Bargains. This will be my second order from them. I do not subscribe to their box. My personal preference is I really enjoy watching a lot of the subscription unboxings because you get a good idea of what different sites have to offer. And then my preference is to then go and not so much do the bead subscriptions, but then to pick out exactly what it is that I'm looking for. And put a purchase in that way. So that's basically what I did here. So hopefully I will be able to go in order of, I think I organized this to be able to go down in order of what's on the sheet. So the first item is 6 petal dotted bead cap antique silver. You can see they label things beautifully. And I find bead caps hard to come by in a quantity and price point that's affordable. So I've really appreciated that in both of my Bead Box Bargain orders, I have gotten some really nice bead caps for a very reasonable price. And these are silver plated versus finished. It's always been my understanding that things that are labeled as silver finished or gold finished, it's not as permanent a coating and it can wear off. So I see a lot of stuff on Bead Box Bargains for the gold components that are gold finished, and I haven't gotten them, but anytime I see silver plated, I usually go for that because it will hold up. The next item is 11mm Leafy 5-point swirl bead cap, antique silver. And I got 2 lots of these. Actually, they've got a bag within a bag. They really do package these things very well. So let me take out these bags so you can see it a little bit better. The next item is 9mm 4-petal Medallion bead cap, antique silver. Okay, now we're going to move on to some of the Czech beads that I bought. We have a 6mm Czech Druk round bead jet Picasso. I don't think my camera is doing a very good job of picking up the detail in this. Let me see if I can just lighten it up a little bit. And this is a 20-piece strand. Next is 6mm Czech Druk round beads jet Travertine. This I really liked because of the yellow in it. I love the color yellow. It's one of my favorite colors. I find, like with red, I for some reason have a hard time working with it in beads, so I don't often buy a lot of beads that are all yellow, but I will look for beads that have kind of like a little sprinkling of yellow in it, like something like this. And most of the strands that I'm going to show you are under $2. Again, the prices are very good, and there's about 20 beads on each strand. Next is a 6mm Czech Druk round jet bead. You can never have enough black. This is just an all black bead, and you can never have enough black. It's just a really good base color. So I find I get them in all sizes and shapes just to have in my stash. Next is a 4mm Czech pressed glass Druk round rust orange swirl. I love the orange color, but I also like the fact that, again, it had the hint of a little bit of yellow in there to really just further brighten it up. And then the next one is 4mm Czech Druk Round Beads Yellow Red Swirl. And then I have a 4mm Jet Picasso. You can kind of see the hint of some swirling. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but it seems to be kind of like a gray, almost a tiny little bit of yellow, but more shades of gray. And then 4mm Purple Swirl. And 4mm Blue Swirl Mix. Now, I also ordered 8mm Druk White Opal Picasso. I'm not seeing them in here. I don't think, I think it might be by the time they got to packing my order, they probably ran out, is what I'm guessing. And that happens because Bead Box Bargain is a clearinghouse of bead sales that are ending and no longer being carried. But what they did send that I didn't order, but I still love just the same, are these Czech Leaves. And it looks like they're kind of in a white opalesque color with what looks to be kind of like a copper for the leaf veining. Let me get my fingers out of the way. That would be helpful. Let me see if I can get the lighting on this a little bit better. Hopefully this helps you see the detail a little bit better. Some of them are very dark. Some of them are very kind of a creamy ivory or white. But the detailing on them is gorgeous. And it's not something that I normally work with, so I will definitely take this as a substitute if that's what it was meant to be. Then I got a 2-piece set of cutout flower round links. I'll take these out of the bag. Now, I bought these because I have recently started doing kumihimo, and I wanted to have some pendants that I could braid for, and I saw these and I thought that these would make some very nice pendants to do for kumihimo, because I could even I could link it through the top, but then I could also put some gemstones on the bottom and make two really nice necklaces out of that. I have an order out to Fire Mountain Gems for some rat tail. Then I got a 15-inch strand of Rhodonite beads. They're round. Again, being that Bead Box Bargain is really a closeout site for discontinued beads, you can get some really good prices on gemstone beads. This strand was $4.49, which is an amazing quality. It is 8mm beads. It's a 15-inch strand. And then I got a 15-inch strand of Amethyst Nuggets. Amethyst is one of my favorite gemstones, so I have it in a couple different shape varieties. But I'm a big fan of the nuggets in general, because not just for amethyst, but for other gemstones, nuggets and chips, because I find, especially when you mix them with some of the Druk beads, it really adds nice texture variation in pieces, especially necklaces. And I got a 15-inch strand of 8mm Mucate Jasper. That's another one of my favorites in gemstones, and something that I have in a variety of shapes and sizes. I just love the variation in the color, the mustard yellow, and you know, the deep mauve colors. It's just a beautiful bead. Then I got a couple more pendants. I got a Jasper point pendant, and I got a agate point pendant in blue. Let me just see, where is that? Here it is. So I am very happy with the pendants. In many ways, they look exactly as they did in the picture. I think my only issue is truly my issue and not Bead Box Bargains' issue. I find when I'm shopping, I have a very difficult time looking at what feels like a larger-than-life photo online and then visualizing the size description that they're giving me and how big it actually is. So I felt that these were smaller than I thought they would be, but that's on me because I haven't quite figured out how to translate what I'm seeing in a picture to what they're actually telling me the size is, and they do give the size. So I have to find a better way of gauging this. I was going to do this with the 8-strand Kumihimo rat tail, but I feel like the braid I would make would be too thick. So I'm looking at either using embroidery thread or doing 4-strand Kumihimo, which will make a much thinner strand to do a necklace with for these. So stay tuned. Still working that one out. Then I got a teardrop pendant, an amethyst pendant in antique silver. This one was what I expected in terms of size. I got a summer heat mix in rondelles. And 2 sets of coin beads in blue-green swirl and blue-pink swirl. And finally, I got 6mm ornate barrel spacer beads, antique silver. And then Bead Box Bargain always sends a free gift with each order. And so it looks like I have some more Czech Leaves to play with. And you can see this is the back of their card. And the front of their card. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I'll have more to come. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.